Like, hello, like, how are you? Like, I'm brand new. Like, absolutely. Yes, girl. Like, in the house. Like, just totally. We're gonna rock out and have a wonderful time, girl. Yeah. I'm just playing. Well, not really. I was kind of in my, in my white girl bag. Okay, listen. Okay. But we are back in the building. Make sure you like the video, you guys, as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. And shame on them peoples, honey, for trying to get the peoples to pay all that student loan debt back. Like, what is wrong? Why we couldn't get that erased? Okay? Are you ready to have your student loan money garnished from your checking account? Okay, let me know if you ready. Is you ready for it? Okay. But anyways, honey, I am back in the building, and this time, honey, I want to talk about the video that I did, because we got Empress Radio. She was, I felt like defending Yolanda, honey. Yes, Yolanda, because that person say they don't want to be talked about. So, honey, it is Yolanda. Okay, it is Yolanda over here. Okay. But what y'all said was very interesting, okay? Because I'm just still, like, taken aback that somebody would forgive that man. Well, he hasn't did anything to me, and he hasn't talked about my kid, and so that makes him okay to be cordial with, and you can accept somebody's apology, but I just wouldn't publicly, professionally have anything to do with a certain person once I see how they move, so yeah. And I heard a lot of like whining and people throwing, me under the bus. People didn't have my back. They took Yolanda's side when we were beefing, and then they took this person's side. you know they're helping True T get her channel back, and it's like, what's the problem? Why are we upset if Peoples, okay, and by Peoples I mean Melody, why is we upset that Melody is helping True T get her channel back? She's a staunch supporter of Melody. So, why wouldn't Melody, help her? If that's what she want to do, that's what she want to do. Whether you like, True Tea or not, I know, look, she's not everybody's cup of tea, honey. No pun intended. But, whether you like her or not, who cares if Melody is helping her out? It has nothing to do with you or the price of tea in China. But why would you align with somebody that is not no good? They didn't show their hand. This whole felonious ass lawsuit, like, it is like crazy. It's giving thirst, attention seeking, desperation. There's no growth. You keep saying you trying to change, you change it for the better. Motherfuckers be like crashing out, like for real, and don't even know it. Motherfucking car is out here hitting trees and shit, like, and you don't even know how psycho and how crazy you look. If somebody, and if a group of people, right, this ain't even just pertaining to Yolanda, this is just period in life. Listen, if people keep saying you are fucking crazy, you are out of control, you be doing team too much, the first thing you want to do, right, is do the opposite of what they're saying. You don't keep fucking going like a fucking maniac that's out of control. Like, y'all be like so mad at people because they don't fuck with you, they don't like you, they don't receive you. But look at how you move. You keep doing the crackhead shit. You keep doing little shit, And I always get it in my life. People be like, why you can't let stuff go? Why you can't stop doing shit is really the fucking question. Stop doing erroneous, stupid, retarded ass shit. Stop doing that. And I will have people say, well, you talk to this person. And yeah, because that person actually acts as if they have some damn sense. You act like a fucking crash out psycho dummy. So when you keep doing that, guess what? The people, they are never going to see it for you. What Yolanda should have did was, shouldn't have never came out with this bogus ass lawsuit. And this is a personality, in my opinion, personality disorder where it's giving narcissistic. You guys know I research narcissism, and it's giving like, how dare you criticize me or critique me? I've actually dated somebody like that. Soon as it was time for him to work on his faults, he looking around and shit, and like he can't believe he being blamed for something. Now they are willing to take applause. They like it when you have nice things to say about them, but just come at them with just a little bit of criticism, they can't take it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they are in shame. They feel horrible about themselves, but they are actors and actresses. So they like to act as if, you know, they feel good, and, you know, they will try to act as if they got all this money, and they love like superficial connections, and they love making things look okay, in quotation marks, a certain way, but they never do what I say, right? The self-development work, the taking accountability for their bad behavior. And with Yolanda, you know, like I said, you didn't get what you wanted. You're like a child. You throw a tantrum, you don't get what you want. You feel entitled. There are people, you guys, that are amongst us that are predators. They feel entitled due to proximity of you. And they will treat you as if you owe them something. And you have to stop acting like that, you guys. Mind your business, drink your water, eat your Wheaties. And guess what? If a motherfucker don't see it for you, they don't see it for you. How about having a little bit of self-love and self-esteem and moving the fuck on and being like, you know what? I don't hate you. You don't see it for me, and I'm going to just move on to the people that do see it for me. Don't do the, we enemies. I had a motherfucker say that to me. We enemies then. No, see, that's where the crazy is coming in, and you trying to attach yourself and trying to get your way with a motherfucker that just doesn't see it for you. So let it go, Elsa. Let it go. Let the crazy go. So, yeah, these people are like nuts, psycho. And I know because I've dealt with them. They are baiters. You know, they are the bad people of the world. They are these poor perpetual victims. They love shaming people, blaming people, but they can't, you know, deal with their own shame. And they are unwilling to do, you know, their work. It's really a sad case. Shout out to Aunt Leola, honey. Sad case, all right? So let's see what the people think about this. So one person says, I unsubscribed from Empress a while ago. I seen her dislike for male, her voice. I just can't stand it. I thought that she was a mellometer. And then my thing is, if she's not a mellometer and she was a fan of male, right? Because I think that's like what I knew her to be, a fan of male. Why you acting like, oh, well, I'm not going to be out here fighting Melody's battles. I'm like, any other time you motherfuckers would. So it's like, I noticed the energy. I noticed it, and it was there for a reason. Now it's all of this embracing Yolanda, honey. Yolanda is that girl, honey. Yolanda pulled up in the chat a few times. I said, ooh. Wouldn't be me, baby. Wouldn't be me. Another person says, I did too. Who knew is the worst as well? I unsubscribed last year. Another person says, I just unsubscribed. These content creators need to get some thick skin. I'm so tired of their petty beefs. Another person says, she, Marcella, who knew and Prosperity don't like male. We all know that. Another person says, same here. I stopped following her and that irritating voice a long time ago. Another person says, I unsubscribed from Who Knew She Messy. Also, she don't like mail. I peeped that out. I thought she did like mail. You know what I'm noticing? It's getting to the point where you don't know who like mail and who don't. And that's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. And it seems like a lot of people have liked, I don't know. It's like they turning their back on Mel all of a sudden. Like they don't like her no more because she ain't on the show. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I really can't speak on none of these people's beefs because I don't really know, much about it. But I notice a lot of people, they don't like Mel. Oh, somebody brought up Bondi Blue. Empress is mad because Mel asked Bondi Blue to help True T to get her channel back. She is in her feelings. Another person says she was flip-flopping before that. Another person says, I'm confused by what's going on. Why does Mel's name always have to be attached in the love and marriage Huntsville sector? Another person says, I'm sick of those hateful, miserable people. Yolanda ran Empress off of YouTube once, so she's scary. Yeah, if you running me off the YT, honey, I'm not going to be friends with you. We can't be cool. We can't be cool. Another person says Empress was never a male supporter. She only just covered the show on her channel. I unsubscribed from her a long time ago. She's been shady for a while. I was shocked by some of the stuff she was saying. And I want to put this out here. I don't have a problem with her or any of these people. I don't have a problem, you guys, really with anybody. It's certain people I don't like, but I don't have any beef with like anybody. I don't have no beef with her. She hustles on a platform and I respect her hustle. But I just noticed she was talking a bit different. You can kind of tell like when somebody's tone change, and normally you get an explanation why, but something about the explanation just seemed a little funny to me. Just seemed a little bit weird. I noticed there was a lot of like, I think she's still upset with True T. She don't see it for her. I guess, True T allegedly had talked about her child several times and, but yeah, I don't know, for some reason I thought their beef was over, but, I guess she still, feels a way. And I did notice that she said, yeah, I'm not going to support people. She said something along these lines, like, I'm not going to support people that is helping this lady get her channel back. And she said all this stuff about me, like something along those lines, right? But I was like, So there's something, I don't know, just my opinion. It just looked like it's something with Mel and True T and, that whole thing. Another person says Yolanda must be bored as hell suing for $6,000. That's pennies. Another person says, what has Mel ever said about Yolanda, honey? Not Yolanda, honey. And I am tickled by some of you all that keep saying, who is Yolanda? Who is that? Y'all know who the hell Yolanda is. Okay, we can't say the other name, but we can say Yolanda, honey, okay? Another person says Empress is upset because Mel wanted to help True T. See, here it is. Get her channel back. I think she is letting her vision be blocked out over it. Melody has nothing to do with her and True T's beef and probably didn't even know about it. Melody just wants us all of us content creators to make money, not lose it. Sad case. Yeah, and that's why she did that last live, kind of letting people know, like, what may be coming down the pipeline. He's suing her now, but he attached all those other content creators on that lawsuit to kind of, I think, give warning. He doesn't really have no real basis. I think that he talked to an attorney, even though one may not be like taking on his case, but he may have talked to an attorney, and the attorney allegedly may have told him, oh yeah, well, you can't come after all those people. You got to look at it. Just look at the $6,000. That seems weird. Who the fuck sues for that? Okay. Now, that's not a lot of money, but like, who sues? Like, if you're gonna go to court and go through all the stuff, why wouldn't it be 10? Like, why wouldn't it be 20, 30? Who the fuck sues for, like, that's like a very, like, strange amount of money to sue for. Like, very strange. Then you got like 20 plus CCs in the lawsuit. You gonna go to court over 20 times. You gonna go to court and sue over 20 people for talking about you. And you only got 17,000 something subscribers. You are not a Funky Dineva. You are not a Armand Wiggins. You are not a T.S. Madison. You're not a Rodney the Voice. You're not a Erica De Niro. You're not a Color Me Pink. But it's like, who the hell do you think that you are? But this is what happens when people, we will say allegedly, have these personality disorders. They think that they are a lot more than what they really are. And it's the delusions of grandeur for me. Another person says, all these people's masks are coming off. They are male haters. And like I said before, you don't have to agree with everything that male says and does, right? But at the same time, why would you take Yolanda's side over Melody? What did Melody do to you? Melody didn't do nothing to you. Yolanda did, though, and you forgave her. Do y'all ever be like looking at who people choose to forgive and who they get mad at? It's weird. Another person says, Empress is messy with her non-talking self. I've been unsubscribed from her. I thought y'all like Empress. I thought, do anybody like Empress? I thought some of y'all liked her. Put in the comments. I never had an issue with Empress. I had never actually heard anything bad about her until, this whole situation, honey, with Yolanda. I know y'all like, girl, you is a fool. Oh, another person says the Scott stay in a lean. Empress needs to go get some serious mental therapy. There's no way you could stand behind a ninja like Yolanda, honey. Look, their words, not mine. Forget about what he did to Mel. Just think about everyone else. Yeah, like, how the hell? That's strange. All this shit is strange to me, you guys. How the hell you get behind a Brother Tucker that did Melody wrong, Kiki wrong, trying to align themselves to Stormy and her brand? Like, you don't see the red flags, the signs, the symptoms, the warnings. All you can say is, well, they didn't talk about my child. Girl, no. No. Don't do that. And I'm not saying it's right for anybody to talk about anybody's child. I'm not saying that's right. But for you to just be mad about something like that and ignore somebody's character, that's a little, I don't know. That don't look right to me. But that's just me. That's my opinion, honey. Okay. I subscribe to her at least twice and then I unsubscribe. She boring as fuck. To me, sound a little slow, like mentally slow. Child. Always with somebody talking about that baby. I said it once and I will say it again. This media world is crazy work. If you can't handle it, stay off. If you can't handle the truth. I just wanted to say that. I know. I need to get focused. I'm sorry, guys. You can't handle the truth. She took up for him because Mel took up for True T. See, I keep hearing that, and I may even start believing it because I don't know. It was like, well, this person apologized and listen, anybody could fucking apologize. I don't even care for apologies. I care about change behavior. I don't care for conversation. I just care about knowing that your actions have changed towards me. That's what I care about, you know? But some people, they like these damn apologies, which mean nothing because the person could still end up playing in your face. But there's that. She took up for him because Mel took up for TT, asking Bondi to help her get her channel back. She doesn't fool no one but her slow self. Ooh, child. Another person says, girl, she says she ain't going to fight nobody's battles, but keep reporting on it. It shouldn't matter to you if it's not your issue. I ain't going back and forth with strangers that I will never meet. Hashtag flip-floppers. Ooh, child. Another person says Empress is strange. Another person says you called her Yolanda, Miss Robinson, and we just following suit. Honey, it's all about Yolanda, honey. Yolanda. It's crazy, honey. Yolanda is obsessed with Melody. You didn't talk about Melody kids, her mom and her. Go sit your jealous ass down. And that's crazy when people are like jealous of you. You know how they keep coming for you. It's like they have this sick, twisted obsession for you. They are like this whole Lifetime movie character about you. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy because Melody got enough on her plate with Martell, his mammy, Ariane, like, and then she had Latifah on here trying to copy and paste all her goddamn ideas. You must really be that bitch when all these monitoring spirits keep coming for you. Don't I know it, honey? Because I always have a motherfucking monitoring spirit trying to monitor my motherfucking life. It is crazy. So another person says some content creators use Mel for clickbait and to make money on YT. Although Mel has left the show, the content creators is allegedly holding a grudge against Mel for what another content creator said about her child. I do not condone anyone bashing children. However, Mel is not responsible for another adult's actions. People are showing their true colors. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what that's kind of what it looks like, so I don't know, honey. I don't know, honey. I don't do ghetto. Get that ghetto shit out of here. What Miss Van tell Latifah, child? Get your hands off of me. What she tell Melody about Miss Wanda? She acting ghetto at me. And Miss Wanda like, you better rack it fast. I would have been like, bitch, spell it. Okay? Spell it. But anyways, honey, let's move on. Okay? Let's float on. Float on. Float on. Y'all remember that float, float, float on? Is that song where he was like, I think I'm going to say my name. Hey, my name is Brandy, and I'm a Cancer. Brand new if you're nasty. I'm just playing. Let's get to this Carlos King interview with Drew Sidora. You know what I thought was a little shady? It seemed like he was throwing some shade at Melody because he was like, yeah, you one of these reality stars that can really sing. It seemed like he said certain shit like that. Carlos Beast, you gotta really pay attention to him, right? Because to me, he be saying little shit. Or is it just me, guys? But it seems like he be saying little shit and it's like a dig at Melody. Don't think that I'm crazy. I just notice certain stuff. And I notice he tries to go out of his way to act as if he does not talk about Melody, right? But to me, he be saying little shit. I caught that. Because what Melody was singing on his show, right? on what was Love and Marriage Hospital. Yeah, she was singing on there. What other reality star? We know he don't like Candy, okay, and we know Candy voice, honey, but Candy paid, honey, okay. I like Candy's voice though on certain songs. Okay, I like Fly Above, and I like that one that she got Traded You In. That's my shit. Stop sleeping on Trading You In or whatever the hell the name of the song is. But I was a Candy supporter. If I'm out at the club, don't think I'm not something shit. Y'all know the damn song. I like that song. I think Candy is a great songwriter, but this ain't about Candy though. Listen, let's get back to it. So Drew Sidora was on there, and I noticed he kept letting her know that, she was a damn actress when she was on Housewives when she first came on. Drew has really glowed up on this show. This is probably one of my favorite seasons with her. She doesn't annoy me as much. I think before she was trying too hard and she didn't have her rhythm and flow. And the reason why Drew did not hit those other seasons is her attachment to Ralph. She kept throwing her raggedy ass husband in front of everybody's face. Yeah, but my husband, my man. And now you're going through all this shit with your man. She even said on the interview, all these years she been sleeping with her ops. And that is a shame. You don't like to marry somebody and they trying to take you down and snake you. But that's what happens in, these marriages and relationships with toxic men and, men that are no good. And we know that damn Ralph, honey. I think I saw a picture of him and Martell. I said twins up in the house, because both of them ain't about shit. Drew, girl, you may be over there. You need to do a duet with Melody. Oh, yeah. I want to hear the Telltale Signs, the remix, honey, featuring Drew Sidora. Go ahead, Melody, and work that out. That would be bomb. Both of them on the track. Shit. Put Miss Robinson on there. I could do a little. I used to rap back in the day. Listen, be a little left eye or right eye for one of them. Okay. So I'm just saying, but yeah, Drew looked good. She's lost a lot of weight. Drew, I don't believe you when it comes to Ty. Ty is Mimi Faust's ex. I believe, and Ty got swag. I don't go the other way now, okay? But, I get why the girlies get excited with Ty. But Ty trying to be down to the basketball bullies, and Ty is mentioned on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ty used to be featured on Love and Hip Hop ATL with Mimi, and Claudia Jordan, honey. They feel like Ty is out here clout chasing. But Drew said Ty is a good friend. I mean, we flirted. Girl, how many times you gonna say y'all done flirted? Somebody done did a little bit more than that. Flipped it, rubbed it down, did a little something, honey, okay? And Ralph is such a narcissist. He has openly, we'll say allegedly, he been out here, we know, disappearing on Drew. And when a nigga disappear, 9 times out of 10, he with another woman. So he done did all this disrespectful ass shit to Drew within their marriage, cheating allegedly, right? Did all this stuff. But he has such an issue if Drew does it back. Make that make sense. And Drew, girl, you mentioned that Ralph got women on his social media and you go be the bigger person and you not go do that. You go wait till this is fully over. I kind of disagree. He already moving on. You move on. But I understood what she was saying. I want us to be divorced and I want this behind me. That way, when I get into my new relationship, I feel like I can breathe and I can be present for this new person. I get it. I do. But this nigga already got other women's on the social media. Oh, hell no. I would have kick his ass out. And if you can't kick him out the traditional way, then there are options 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got some coins. You over there paying for a chef, Drew. Y'all told your ass you need to be making Chef Boar RD for them badass kids, because they are a bit disrespectful. I will humble their ass. That's how you got to do these kids. You too damn nice. You over there 5, little Billy 4, little Billy 3. Mama's belt would be out, or me knowing my mouth, I just cuss their ass out, and then everybody will fall into place. Okay, that's just how I move. Okay, but yeah, them cheering honey is over there taking advantage of Drew. But Drew is a lot better on the show. I love that she called out Portia and Shamia for their fake ass friendship, and how Shamia is always a lapdog. She loves Angela. You know, Angela is her girl. They both Chi-Town girls. I love that. But yeah, it was a really good interview, and let's see what the people think about it. So one person says, Ralph is so jealous of Drew. I feel like he has cheated on Drew several times. Another person says, I really feel bad that Drew's feelings are always invalidated by saying Drew is acting. I can't imagine how frustrating that has to be, as if actresses don't have real feelings. Well, shit, she did. She was coming on here being fake and being in this toxic ass marriage, because she was like, yeah, I wanted to show love. And girl, you got to be in a loving relationship. You're not in a loving relationship. You're not. Not when he's doing all of this, acting like a maniac, crashing out, trying to sabotage you, trying to take all your money, knowing y'all got about 3, 4 kids to take care of, right? So you can always tell the type of man that you were with, ladies, by how y'all break up. And if he goes on, and if he's still cordial with you after you all break up, then probably he was a good man, Savannah. But if he crashing out, trying to sabotage you, trying to assassinate your character to your enemy, sitting down with the ops with Shamia and Portia, he ain't no damn good, and you don't need to have no damn mercy on him. Okay? You need to be saying, Lord have mercy. Don't, honey, I'm about to take this fool. I don't want to have to take this fool up out of his misery. That's where you gotta be. Another person says, this season has allowed me to have so much compassion for Drew. I detest Ralph and everything he is doing to destroy her. Textbook narcissistic behavior. It's like he is jealous of her. I can only imagine the pain he has caused her. Stay strong, Drew. Another person says, obviously, Carlos King saw that Drew was being snubbed by Andy Cohen for his Watch What Happens live show, and was like a rat up a drain pipe to bag that interview. Thanks for giving Drew a voice to express her side of many stories / gossip, Carlos. Yeah, a lot of people were saying this was going to be Drew's last season. Oh, and I really love how she advocated for Kenya. I love it. You know, she talked about how Kenya should come back, how Britt is childish. She's not good for the Real Housewives of Atlanta brand. She's not really sharing her real life. She's not talking about all these accusations about her husband, honey, going the other way, child. That's what the people is saying, honey, allegedly. I just really like how she spoke about everything. I really did. Really good interview. I also love how she read Portia down, honey. Said Portia ain't a girl's girl. Portia is selfish. She's narcissistic. I don't think she called her narcissistic, but I will, honey. She was alluding to it, honey. Okay. I liked, everything that she said about Portia, and she just really called her out, and she's not giving what she thought she was gonna give coming back. She always has my name in her mouth during her confessionals and all her scenes, and I was like, oh, Drew, honey, Carlos was gagging, okay, and Drew looked really good, honey. I felt bad for her. She got to crying about that raggedy ass Ralph. He could make me cry like that. I would not care about him like that. I would be hurt, you guys, but I refuse to give a motherfucking Chucky doll my energy. I refuse. He wouldn't get shit. Okay, he wouldn't get, I would be angry, okay? But all them tears, honey, just the crying, honey, I'm stingy with my energy. You're not about to get shit from me. Another person says Ralph has never appeared to like or appreciate this woman. He's been disrespectful from the start. Seems like she was a means to an end. Well, he basically discarded her once she began to find her own way. That's what narcissists do. As soon as you get stronger, as soon as you don't need them as much, the calls stop coming, okay, as frequently. As soon as you begin to see they monkey ass for who and what they are, then that's when they discard you. Because it's like, oh, you're not fulfilling my ego. You're not blowing smoke up my ass. You're not taking my shit. That's what he did. He discarded her. And they love narcissists. They love Christian women because they is looking for you, honey, to pull out that Bible scripture that say that you go be the bigger person. They love them some Christian women, honey, okay? Prayers that this family finds peace, healing, and the ability to reimagine their relationship, especially for the kids. There go another one for the kids. I wouldn't reimagine a motherfucking thing. I would get out for the kids and for definitely my damn self. So, and Drew, it's time for you to leave the marital home. If he ain't gonna leave, you go ahead and leave. You own housewives, go on and get you a new house, okay? And parent your children. Get away from that demon. Let him have that damn house until they decide to give it to you. You can still fight for it in court. Your name on there and you've been paying bills. But what I would do, I would go ahead and get me a temporary place. I would not live with this man. Okay? He would not have any access to me. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.